Obadiah 1 and 7. All your allies will force you to the border. Your friends will deceive you and overpower you. Those who eat your bread will set a trap for you, but you will not detect it. In the King James, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border to fight. The men that were at peace with you have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound on the ones that you made a pact with. Right? Sat down and you broke bread. Laid a wound under thee. There is no understanding in him. Let's look at the Amplified. All the men allied with you shall send you on your way to the border, right? The men that were at peace with you shall deceive you and overpower you. So they're going to act like they're Confederate. And when you get to the border, they say, we're not going to fight. Those who eat your bread, those who you trust, shall set a hostile ambush for you. There is no understanding of it. So he will be unaware of it. You won't even know it. And you won't even know about it. Those who eat your food with you will set traps for you, and you won't even know about it. So let's look at that. It's an open-minded thinker an hour ago, just an hour. Trump freaks out as top European leaders fly to Iran to beg for a ceasefire. Whoa. What is this?
The stage has been set for a dramatic geopolitical showdown, but the script is not playing out the way the man in the Mar-a-Lago briefing room had hoped.
Salakia. Shalom kal halal Yahweh Shem Shabbat Shem Kadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, even the elders that came before them that taught us truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers that push the word in truth and in sincerity. Hopeful elect tabernacle of David. And it is the Shabbat, so Salakia for that. Shabbat Shalom to you all. I'm the elder Yashuan. Okay, so I'm going to start this again from the top because this is 10 toes doing their thing, turning.
The stage has been set for a dramatic geopolitical showdown, but the script is not playing out the way the man in the Mar-a-Lago briefing room had hoped. In a stunning display of diplomatic defiance, America's closest allies have delivered a collective and resounding no to Donald Trump's desperate plea for warships in the Strait of Hormuz. We are witnessing a historic realignment as European powers, along with key Asian partners, are publicly distancing themselves from what they see as an illegal and unwinnable war of choice against Iran.
U.S. allies are reacting with caution or just flat out refusing a request from Donald Trump to help secure oil shipments through the Strait of Hormuz.
U.S. President Donald Trump on Monday publicly pressured foreign leaders, expressing frustration. None has been enthusiastic about helping to escort oil tankers through the Strait of Hormuz.
The allies reject Trump's call for sending warships into the Strait of Hormuz.
The Trump administration, having unilaterally escalated tensions to a boiling point, now finds itself isolated, begging for help from nations it has spent years alienating. The strait, through which a fifth of the world's oil flows, remains firmly in Iran's grip, and the global economy is seizing up as a result. But instead of
What if instead of designing thumbnails, you could just paste your YouTube link?
Salakia. Get this out of there. This is good.
coalition of the willing marching behind the American flag, we are seeing a coalition of the unwilling running in the opposite direction, leaving Trump exposed and furious. The numbers are catastrophic for the average American. While the neocons in Washington cheerlead for endless war, the price at the pump has skyrocketed to a national average of $3.58 per gallon, the highest it has been under Trump's entire tenure. This isn't just an inconvenience. It is a tax on the working class. The consumer price index is bleeding red, with electricity costs up nearly 5% and groceries rising by 2.4%. And these figures don't even fully account for the shockwaves of the recent strikes. The American job market is tanking, with a loss of 92,000 jobs in February alone. Yet the administration's priority, is bombing ancient civilizations and demanding that Europe clean up its mess. The frustration is palpable. People are struggling to fill their tanks and feed their families, all because a president with an ego the size of a skyscraper thinks he can bully the world into submission. Before we dive deep into the details of this mass Allied mutiny, the military nightmare Iran is preparing for any ship stupid enough to enter those waters, and the secret back-channel negotiations where Europe is begging Iran for mercy, I need you to hit that like button and share this video. The corporate media won't tell you the truth about who is really winning this war. Drop a comment, even if it's just a dot, to tell the algorithm that you want real, honest journalism. And if you haven't already, subscribe and join this movement, because we are going where the mainstream fear to tread. Let's get into the specifics of this Allied abandonment, and it is brutal. Germany, the economic powerhouse of Europe, has effectively told Trump to take his war and shove it. Defense Minister Boris Pistorius didn't just decline. He mocked the request with the precision of an intellectual dismantling a clown act. He pointed out the sheer absurdity of the demand, asking publicly, "What does Donald Trump expect a handful of European frigates to accomplish in the Strait of Hormuz that the powerful American Navy cannot achieve alone?" That is the question, isn't it? If the United States Navy, with its 11 carrier strike groups and global reach, cannot punch through Iran's defensive perimeter, what exactly is one German frigate with a crew of 200 supposed to do? Pistorius was brutally honest, stating clearly, "It is not our war. We did not start it." Take a listen.
Verantwortung als NATO-Partner für das NATO-Territorium. Wir haben eine Verantwortung für die Ostflanke und für den Atlantik, insbesondere als Deutschland in unserer geopolitischen Lage. Das ist unsere erste Verantwortung. Alles andere sind Dinge, die dazukommen können im Einzelfall oder eben auch nicht. Und ich wiederhole nochmal, wir haben diesen Krieg nicht begonnen. Wir alle teilen das Ziel, dieses Mullah-Regime zu einem Ende zu bringen. Die Frage, auf welche Art und Weise das geschieht, darüber wird diskutiert. Die Amerikaner haben sich für diesen Weg entschieden, zusammen mit den Israelis. Das haben wir nur sehr maßvoll kritisiert. Aber der nächste Schritt ist jetzt einer, der uns droht, in diesen Konflikt hineinzuziehen. Eine Lösung und ein schnelles Ende. Aber weitere Kriegsschiffe in der Region tragen dazu im Zweifel nicht bei.
The German government went further, with Chancellor Merz's spokesman declaring that the conflict has nothing to do with NATO, and that there is simply no mandate for involvement. They are washing their hands of this mess, focusing on their own defense and recognizing that this was a reckless adventure launched without consultation. Then we have the response from the United Kingdom and Canada, a study in diplomatic evasion. Prime Minister Keir Starmer, after getting a phone call from Trump, carefully ruled out any NATO mission, saying the UK is working with allies to craft a viable plan. But reading between the lines, it's clear they are stalling. They want no part of a wider war. Across the Atlantic, Canada's new Prime Minister, Mark Carney, met with Starmer, and while they expressed concern about the conflict, the message was clear. Canada is not participating in this U.S.-Israeli-led war. They are worried about the economic fallout and the disruption to shipping, but they are not willing to send a single ship to die for Trump's ego. France and Italy, meanwhile, are reportedly doing something far more interesting than preparing for war. They are negotiating with Iran directly. According to intelligence reports and analysis from outlets like the Hong Kong-based HK01, Paris and Rome are holding talks with Tehran to secure exceptions for their commercial vessels. They are asking Iran...
There it is, right there. Can we get free passage? Because we know that Trump fucked it all up. Listen to what they're going to say.
For permission to let their ships through, completely bypassing the United States. This is the ultimate humiliation. Allies treating Iran as the legitimate authority in the region while ignoring the American president. And the response from Asia is equally damning. Japan, under Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi, is heading to Washington, but its pacifist constitution is a perfect shield.
So America's getting cut off by everyone. Okay? They got the least of the flock drew them out. They're out there and they're hanging in the wind because even the Israelis are trying not to send troops to Iran, which is crazy. But the Northern Army is going to go for sure. Why? It is written. Both sides said
Cannot
it.
and will not send warships to engage in an offensive war. South Korea is carefully reviewing the situation, which is diplomatic code for "we are hiding under the desk, hoping these blows over." Australia has flatly ruled out sending a Navy ship. Even Greece and Spain have publicly declared they will not join any military mission, with Spain's foreign minister stressing that Europe should be focused on ending the war, not expanding it. So, here we have Donald Trump, the master dealmaker, standing alone, hat in hand, rejected by the entire world. The question is, why is everyone running away? The reason the Allies are terrified of stepping foot in the Strait of Hormuz is because they have watched the last 17 days of combat and realized that Iran is not Iraq, and it is not Afghanistan. The United States and Israel launched what they thought would be a decapitating shock and awe campaign, killing over 200 people, including civilians and schoolgirls. But they failed. They failed to establish total air superiority. They failed to decapitate the Iranian military command structure. They failed to change the regime. And while they were failing, every American base in the Middle East became a target. Gulf countries that host U.S. troops are bleeding, hit by retaliatory strikes that have exposed the vulnerability of the American fortress. The world saw the mighty U.S. military, for all its technological prowess, unable to stop Iranian missiles and drones from hitting their marks. The myth of invincibility is gone. Allies look at that and think, if the U.S. can't protect its own bases, how on earth can it protect a frigate in the narrowest choke point on Earth? If any coalition is stupid enough to sail in, they are sailing into a killing zone. Let's talk about the military reality that terrifies the Pentagon. Forget the old scenarios about naval mines. That's 20th century.
Slovakia. I'm gonna let a little more play. This is interesting. Okay. I mean, they're all the same, and there's a million of them right now, but you got to know which ones are holding the correct information and not trying to steer you one way or the other. Slovakia.
Military experts confirm that Tehran possesses one of the largest and most advanced anti-ship missile arsenals in the region, capable of turning the strait into a furnace without laying a single mine. We are talking about missiles like the Abu Mahdi, a cruise missile with a range of over 1,000 kilometers that can skim the waves and hit a moving ship with terrifying
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop it. I don't want to watch the whole thing, but the point here is that see, that strait is everything, and what it's doing, the control over it is changing the world economy. Okay, the world economy hinges on the Strait of Hormuz. And we've known that for a long time. Are they going to shut down the Strait of Hormuz? We've been saying this for the last 3 years, 5 years. It has been done. Has it been shut down? No, it's being controlled, which is even, some people get this, and if they don't get on that right away, right? If they let that be the status quo, moving forward, how long will those not in control of it be destroyed? Right? Going back to what? Why did Pearl Harbor happen in the first place? Because of oil. All right? Cash crops, if you will. All right? Yeah, we're wrapping up. So lucky. But the point is that the Allies are turning. Okay? Let's get the 10 toes. What is that, 14? It's been a while. Let's see. What is it? And burn her with fire. 17. Salakia. Revelation 17:16. I'm going to just read the King James. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. They're hating on her right now. And shall make her desolate and naked. Right? They're making her naked. They're pulling down her panties right now. And shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. All right? And so, this thing is just, I mean, everybody going to shoot their missiles over here. Right? And we see it fomenting. That's the point. We see these things coming to fruition after, where are these guys at? After years. Right? Look at these guys. They done turned. We tired of this dude, you a buffoon, making us all look bad. Right? You got brought to the border, and now we set a trap for you. Right? Look at them. So we'll keep our eye on it. And this is prophecy coming to pass. So, I mean, let's get real quick on the way up. Let's get 2nd Ezra 9. I mean, because why are we measuring? Where is it? Right here. We're measuring and we're watching out. What's the focus of our measurement? When the highest will begin to visit the earth which he made. And we clearly see that he's visiting now, right? Here are the signs, all right, which will culminate in what? The day of the Lord, okay? In which the heavens being on fire shall melt with fervent heat. Damn, I gotta get that. So lucky, bear with. So lucky. The day of the Lord. Second Peter 3:10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also, and the works that are therein shall be burned up. So, I mean, how long till the day of the Lord is the question. Well, the 10 toes, right, are setting traps. What do you think they went over there and did? Well, these people went over there setting a trap. You think they went over there to ask for oil? Yeah, they did. Was that the only thing they did? No. Macron and them. What did they do?
They're asking Iran for permission to let their ships through.
And what else? They're setting a trap. Right? Where's that? What does that say? Your trusted friends, Macron and Starmer, will set traps and you won't even know. Well, here it is right here. This them niggas setting them traps right here.
Iran for permission to let their ships through, completely bypassing the United States. This is the ultimate humiliation. Allies treating Iran as the legitimate authority in the region while ignoring the American president.
With that, we pray that the elect ratifies, brother and sister. Shabbat Shalom.